When it comes to fashion, there seem to be two Americas. On the one hand, you have the one percenters, the size zero ladies for whom all the major fashion houses design their best clothing. And then there's pretty much everybody else. But now, the full figure community is pushing back, and it appears to be working. Here's my Nightline co-anchor, Juju Chang.
Competing for the new Bachelor's affections.
I'm Bo.
Maybe one small step for Bo Stanley.
You're beautiful.
Thank you.
But it felt like a giant leap for plus-size women everywhere.
We grow the best pork and the best beef. And
Oh, shoot. I would love to try that out. I'm a plus-size model, so I got to keep my curves.
Bo didn't make it to the second round.
I seriously did not think it was going to be like this.
But her appearance alone speaks volumes.
I was so honored to be put on the show as a plus-size model because they've never had one before.
Because the women on The Bachelor are more likely size zeros, while the average American woman wears a size 14, which means 67% of the population. And that majority is being silent no more.
I couldn't go fit in the same jeans that like my little skinny friend had. I had to be on the hunt. You know, just as a curvier woman, it does take a little more effort to put yourself together. You can't just throw on something and go out the door, because I'm like, well, I gotta put on something that's gonna fit my curves great, and how am I gonna feel sexy?
The former pro surfer says she dreams of launching her own swimsuit line.
I want my booty to hang out just like that skinny girl over there, because I look just as good as her. And so I would like to see better bikinis. I'd like to see better cutoff shorts.
She's part of a new generation of outspoken, curvy women. Target launching a full-figure high-fashion collaboration. It just happened to be after a blogger threatened to boycott over the lack of plus-size options. Meghan Trainor glorifies her buxom body by proclaiming, Amber Riley struts her stuff with glee. And despite full-size Elle CoverGirl Melissa McCarthy bundled up in a coat and Lena Dunham gracing the Vogue cover, fashion designers still often neglect Zoftig fashion-conscious ladies. One plus-size fashion blogger even created a hashtag, +size please, which took hold across social media, pressuring retailers to take note.
So this fit and flare shape works for a lot of different shapes.
Jody Arnold is creative director at Eloquii, a plus-size fashion line which recently partnered with Nordstrom.
This red and black dress was something that we launched a couple of weeks ago.
She's designing with confident plus-size women in mind, but it's not easy.
A size zero woman doesn't have hips or a bust, but a plus-size woman could have a different shape and be a size 14, 16.
Exactly, and that is the challenge. There are many different shapes. So when we're designing, I don't think you can't think I'm going to get one dress that's going to fit all of these shapes. Otherwise, you would end up with a muumuu again.
Manufacturing well-tailored frocks in bigger sizes adds production costs, which may be why retailers have been gun-shy.
A lot of manufacturers say, well, the plus-size woman doesn't spend any money, but I think, where does that come from? Did she not have good choices to spend money on?
For plus-size women, finding high-fashion clothes can not only be difficult, but downright demoralizing.
You go to the store, and it only comes in a size 10. And you might be a 12, you might be a 16, you might be an 18, you might be a 20. And it just crushes you.
That struggle to find trendy outfits in bigger sizes inspired fashionista Courtney Smith to follow her heart, starting her own clothing line called Rum & Co. Courtney designs, sews, and sells all the clothes herself through her website and social media. She has 8,000 devoted followers on Instagram alone.
Why is it, do you think, Instagram is so good at selling clothes for you?
It's more personable. Yeah. Like if they comment like, hey, can you do this dress in purple? I'll write you back.
Yeah, immediately.
You know, I'll write you back. I'll have my phone next to the sewing machine like, hey, yeah, I can do it in purple. Email me.
Courtney's site relies exclusively on curvy women of color as models. She's just one of a booming trend in fashion-forward brands, now catering to plus-size women. Filling the niche in a plus-size industry already pulling in $17 billion in annual sales are stores like Fashion to Figure, sprouting up in malls across America, 26 to be exact. Specializing in styles and glam clothes for women sizes 12 to 26.
So much of the pain of being overweight is the inability to go into a store and buy what you want.
Yeah, being exceptionalized and marginalized.
CEO and founder Michael Kaplan took the fast fashion model like H&M and Forever 21 and applied it to the plus-size market.
Right, we don't have a dress in our store more than $40, and the dresses are typically $28 to $36. That's our fast fashion model.
You could say full-figure fashion is in Michael's DNA. His great-grandma founded Lane Bryant. Yep, that Lane Bryant. She was a pioneer in fashion for larger women. To see what they're going for, watch Amanda Augusto transform before your very eyes. When we first met her, she was 17 and about to graduate from high school.
She came in here looking for jeans. She's going to Italy.
Trying on clothes she never imagined herself wearing.
Tell me what you see in the mirror.
I see a beautiful girl.
With a little help from what used to be called a girdle.
Okay, so what's the shaper for?
The body shaper, this is the squeam.
That's
What
the
it does
squeam?
is- yes. So what it does is it brings the woman's figure in completely 1 to 4 inches instantly.
1 to 4 inches?
Yes.
Amanda's courage is boosted enough to try on a dress for the first
What?
time since she was
What?
6 years old.
I always felt like, you know, the girl who's like the perfect, I don't know, friend or something to like a boy. And maybe this will, you know, hopefully get me like a date or something.
So maybe you could be the perfect girlfriend? Check out your daughter.
Oh my God.
My baby.
Look at her.
Business is booming, doubling in just 2 short years. Fashion to Figure is reaching a generation of young people whose obesity rates have tripled in the last 30 years, just as the plus-size share of the fashion market has spiked.
There are critics who say, well, isn't this celebrating obesity? You know, a size 26 is a 300-pound girl.
Right.
That can't be healthy.
Well, you know, we're not in the business of labeling people. I mean, I think we're really all about confidence. We are trying to make people feel confident, and we're there for you, you know, no matter what size you are.
Turns out it's not about being comfortable in your clothes, but being comfortable in your skin.
If you're a size 26, if you're working out, if you're happy, if you're healthy, if you love your body, it's fine. You're a human being. I promote health at all sizes, you know, because one girl's healthy size could be 0 and one girl's healthy size could be 24. Everyone's genetic makeup is different. No one can be the judge.
For Nightline, I'm Juju Chang in New York.